We're here with Robert Deagle. Robert had a great first day here at ADCC West Coast Trials, moving from the East Coast Trials to the West Coast Trials. Anything you changed about your preparation for this one versus the last one?
A lot, yeah, for sure, man. Okay, so the first thing I changed was I moved down to Austin, Texas to train at B Team, and I was definitely reluctant to do it because I really like Long Island. That's where I'm originally from, and I'm very comfortable there because I took my entire life there, right? But I was like, I need to B Team. The big advantage of it is it's a really serious professional training environment, and every day I can train twice a day. I know exactly the time. I know there's gonna be a ton of really high level guys there, and it's the consistency of it. And I live 5 minutes from the gym, so it's really easy. Yeah, so it's I felt like I had to make a move to be more serious, more professional, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And so I feel like I never really took the sport as a sport. I took it as a technical thing, which it is, obviously, but it's also a fucking sport. You know what I mean? And I was never an athlete growing up. Not really. The only sport I ever played really was a little bit of soccer as a kid, and I wrestled. Believe it or not.
Yeah. So you talk about the wrestling. You're doing a little bit more body lock and wrestling up. Can you talk us through some of the technique you used in your last match for the day?
Yeah. So the second guy had really good leg lock defense, and I thought I was gonna get the heel hook, but then he did a great job. He heel slipped, and the points came on the board, and I was like, okay, I could keep fishing for the heel hook and probably not get it, to be frank, or I can come on top, which is what I chose to do. And I'm not 100% happy with how it went. I came on top, I scored the points, and I got to a good body lock. I felt like it was a very solid body lock. His legs were stuffed tight into my hips. It didn't feel like he had too much elevation, but then he got, when I went to sprawl and beat his hook, he elevated me a little bit, and I was like, my confidence isn't there with it yet. Let me just stall my way to finish the match.
So you won it on points.
I won it on points. Yeah, but my goal is I don't want to be a leg lock guy. I love leg locks, but I tell everybody I don't think pursuing leg locks exclusively is a sustainable long-term competitive strategy. I talk about this all the time, and I ultimately I also want to I want to practice what I preach. You know what I mean? And I was talking to John Satava about this. I was watching some of his matches. Bro, I love that guy's passing. It's a beautiful thing to watch. And if you watch me in training, I pass all the time. I love guard passing. I just need to gain the confidence doing it in competition.
Do you think that move to B Team is going to help you gain that confidence in moving to events like ADCC?
Yeah, for sure, man. For instance, Nicky Ryan, I have enormous respect for his passing. He has some of my favorite passing in the world. I say John Satava, Nicky Ryan, Cobrinha, Lucas Lepre, JT Torres. That's my top 5 guard passers to watch. And I have Nicky there every day and he's just enormously helpful in that in that regard. And I think he's one of the best. And so I'm really grateful to have that. And it's also the environment of a B Team. People are very focused on the ADCC rule set. People are when you put
that's
someone.
Sort of the main focus of that gym and those guys in that room.
For sure, man. When you put somebody down, that's not the end of the story. You have to hold them down, and that's really, really key. At East Coast, the fuck up I made was I went against Emilio Hernandez, who's very good, and I was doing well in the regulation, and then the 2 mistakes I made were I didn't capitalize upon my opportunities to score, so I would control his legs. But then he's a good scrambler. I mean, his nickname is Scramble King, right? He would get out of the situations, and I couldn't put him down to score. And then I got hit with a negative I didn't realize going down to my knee would give me a negative. Now I know. And it's funny. Somebody told me that was a new rule. It's not. I found a match in 2013 with it happening, so it's not new. But nobody really knew about it. Yeah. But anyway, so that was something I really focused on changing. I was coming into this. My big goal was I can't just be going for leg locks, and it's tomorrow it's only going to get more the case,
the
right?
level's only going to come up for tomorrow.
If you just look for leg locks, you're not going to win. But I mean, they're a super dangerous weapon to have, and so But anyway, so I'm focused on that a lot. The things I'm focused on the most right now are going to be IBJJF tournaments, which I can start doing those in June.
Right.
Or actually May, but the first one I'm going to do is in June.
Okay.
And then I'm doing ADCC Opens. So I'm going to Europe next week, and I'm doing the Estonian Open, which is in 2 weeks, and then I'm gonna do the Swedish Open, which is next month. And so that'll be ADCC rule sets. You know, I'm gonna get like a ton of ADCC matches. So like, yeah, just they happen way more frequently in Europe. They don't.
They run the Opens very, very frequently in the U.S., but there's more in Europe.
Yeah, in Europe, there's a fuckload. There's like 7 happening in the span of 2 months. It's crazy. I might even go back in July to do another one because there's the Croatian Open happening there, and I just want to do as many as I can. I want to get ADCC rule set experience. I want to get ADCC and IBJJF rule set experience. And like for me, like my main focus is just getting better slowly over time at what I think I need to get better at to do well in points tournaments. Like the only thing I care about is points tournaments. Like I'll do any rule set, but I really only give a shit at this point about points tournaments.
Those are the bigger ones that you're looking to win at this point.
And they're the ones that I enjoy more. You know, I think sub only is like, it was like cool for a little while, but like I feel like the meta in that is like kind of boring now. So like this is what I want to do. So yeah.
Sweet. Hey,
yeah.
Looking forward to you for day 2.
Thank you.
Best of luck. It's been awesome to watch you run both at East Coast and here at West Coast.
Thank you. I really appreciate
awesome.
it, man.
Looking forward to seeing you. Thanks a lot.